Hey, everybody. Welcome back if you're returning. Welcome if you're new here. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are going to be getting our topic from The Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Let's see what we have for today. Imagine. Man, this is perfect because yesterday we had New Life and it was about believing without seeing. Imagine. And visualization is such a powerful tool in helping us expand our possibilities, what we believe is possible, imagining how we're going to get there. And that, again, bringing it to the forefront of your mind helps you to pull in the resources you need to make the things happen to get you where you want to be. The first thing we have to do, though, is believe it's possible or it's just a daydream. If we're just imagining what life would be like if, without actually owning it as it could be this, it's just a daydream. But when we're looking at it as, how can I make this happen? This is where I want to be. I want to wake up in the morning, and the visualization process, it's great for the daydreamers. If your teacher ever told you you can't make a living staring out the window, I'm talking to you. And I recently mentioned that my health has improved to where I'm going back to work here soon. Just for the record, I do make a living staring out a window. It's a windshield, but my teachers lied to me. It's just for the record. But your imagination, it's something that as children, we naturally have a very active imagination. And as we get older, we are more in our logical mind. And our creative mind takes a back seat because we're going through school. And the activities that you do in school are primarily logical thinking, problem solving, you know, black and white information. It's right or it's wrong. And that imaginative side of us, that creative side of us, which is feminine, the feminine energy side, it starts to lose its muscle. Just like if you go to the gym and you work your arms all the time, which would be that logical side, they get really strong, and then you look like a chicken because you didn't work your legs. That's our creative side for those of us who, you know, as we got older, didn't spend as much time in that imagination. And it's something that if you're in that position where you just haven't spent a lot of time there, start going back. And one of the ways you can do that is just to start imagining things. Think of something in your head. It could be like a dragon. And imagine a dragon. And then start adding to it because it's a muscle that we can build. And that's where the visualization comes in, because once you get to the point where you can involve emotion in your visualization, that's where it becomes powerful. We want to feel as if we're there. How would it feel if I were flying on a dragon? And uh, I don't know why, just never ending story. So it's the movie, The Never Ending Story. I was so jealous. I wanted a dragon that I could fly on. But anyway, when we are able to visualize the thing that we want, connect it to the positive emotion we would feel, and imagine ourselves in that scenario, this is a powerful thing. It is not just daydreaming, it is now creation. And we've talked about co creating with the universe and how putting that energy out there draws those things to you. And I kind of feel like the term manifestation has become almost empty because it's been used so much. But creating the reality we desire, visualization is definitely a powerful component of creating the reality you desire. They have done studies where athletes can visualize working out and it improves their body. Um, Obviously, they're already in good shape. So, if you're wanting to start a fitness program, imagining yourself in great shape will help you, but you might actually have to get out there and do stuff too. That's the whole point of, like, that's the missing link from the original presentation of manifestation to society was that they didn't mention taking action. You can visualize all day. However, if you don't do anything about it, you are just daydreaming. So imagine what it would look like and feel like to be there. And then we talked about reverse engineering. How do you get there? If you're here, how do you get from here to there? Start there. Go backwards. What is in your imagined perfect reality? Is it a house by a lake? How much do those cost? Okay, so I need this much money. How am I going to get that? Do I need new skills? Do I need a different job? Do I need an elderly relative who has a house by a lake who really likes me? Leave it very broad initially as you narrow down steps that you can take. Research it. Find out. You know, hell, you may just find somebody who has a house on a lake that wants to sell it like, owner financed. Who knows? Possibilities are endless because, again, when we visualize and we imagine what's possible and we do not let that monkey brain tell us we can't have it, it it starts bringing the answers to us. And the more we visualize with the emotion and we know what it feels like to be there. Albert Einstein has a quote that I'm going to butcher. However, it's one of my favorites. That if we match the reality, see, look at that. If we match the vibration of the reality we desire, the universe has no choice but to make it happen. It's physics, not luck. So, by getting to the root of the things that cause us distress, that cause us our emotional baggage, that cause the limiting beliefs, that are the reason that we struggle with self-care, self-love, self-value. When we can get to the root of those issues, weed them out, change the way that we feel about ourselves, about our abilities, about our place in the world, who we are, what we're capable of, and we imagine the possibilities. When we vibrate that out, it brings good things to us. So in creating this new life, visualization is a powerful tool to use to manifest, I know, or create the reality we desire by co-creating with the universe through our raised vibration from the work that we have done on our inner wounding. And I feel like so much of that terminology is cliche, and I hate that because it's real. It's real. It works. We've talked about the universal laws and how it's vibration, it's physics. It has been researched, it has been verified, it's a legit thing. And visualization is a part of aligning ourselves with what we believe our new life can be. Believing without seeing, because we're living it in our mind, and our brain doesn't know the difference between what we're imagining and what's really happening. When we get that into that creative side of our mind, that visualization where we're feeling the emotion and experiencing it as if it's happening in real time, our brain thinks that's what we're doing. Our real life is shaping up in our head, and what, as within, so without, your environment reflects your internal reality. So, the better you can get this environment, the better this environment's going to be. We've talked about how we're mirrors. We get back what we give to ourselves. It's not what we give to other people, it's what we give to ourselves. And that's where I feel like I was so cheated, because I thought it was how much I gave outside of me that was what I was supposed to get back. And so for years I'm like, what the hell? Who's running the books here? Do we not see the balance due? And I'm like, oh, well, that would have been dandy information to have a little sooner. How I treat myself is how the world is going to respond to me. So there again, imagine the possibilities. Imagine this new life that is available to you. Don't stand in your own way. I mean, there's so many things over the years that I thought I was doing right, not understanding that I only had half the saying, like half the information, And so imagine the new life that you could have. Really visualize it, feel it, experience it, live in it. Especially, like, say you're having a bad day, go take a break and go to your happy place. Live that moment as if you're in your new reality. Really experience it. Treat yourself so good that the universe has no choice but to do the same. Because if you vibrate at the reality that you desire, it's got to respond. Co creation. So, all of these things tie together, and each aspect has its importance. And one of the major ones that tends to get left out is taking action. Don't just let it live in your head, get it in your heart, and then make it your reality. So, I hope this helps, and I will talk to you soon.